There's more nerves in our gut than there are in our spinal cord. Like when you learn that, it's like, holy moly, more
Wow.
nerves in our gut than there are on
Wow.
an autonomic nerve system. And then there's this constant connection between the vagus nerve, right? The wandering nerve, so parasympathetic activation, and the gut. So what's happened, just so everybody knows, is that a majority of Americans, especially, but certainly people around the country, we've decimated bacterial species out of our gut, just decimated. So we're lacking that which God designed to be there. In many cases, we're overridden with things that don't belong there. And we have work to do in the gut. So, and then I tell people never base your gut health on symptoms, right? And guys tend to be the worst, but they'll say, my gut's fine. I could eat hot stuff and everything else and nothing bothers me. But stereotypically, the way you know how your gut's doing is through a comprehensive stool analysis. And this is where the gift of God is that, that this testing has come so far. Mm-hmm. It's so cool to be able to see, is your gut capable of supporting your health and healing, or is it incapable of supporting your health and healing, that it's so broken down that this huge component of our well-being, like it can't even contribute. And not only can it not contribute, but it's stressing out the autonomic nervous system because of the damage that's there.
So specifically, okay, we'll just put my gut on the line here.
Yes.
When we were doing all the fecal testing and the toxicity testing, a parasite came up in my analysis in the stool test, a very specific parasite. I looked the critter up. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I don't like the looks of him. I don't like what he does. It's a really disgusting read if anybody wants a read. I can't remember the specific name of the parasite, but I don't like him.
Well, we don't need to add psychological overlay to the audience.
Well, but the truth is, though, that parasite is, even in all of the restorative gut things I've done, it's the robber. It's going backdoor and taking the nutrients that I need out of my system in order to heal. So it's not that I felt like, I think I have a parasite in my gut today, but who knows how long that thing has been growing. I found out actually after reading more about it, it kills 100,000 people a year. That particular parasite. So we can all be having the appearance of health, but having things like this that are eroding the process of healing as we try to heal until it's discovered. And that was just that parasite. Another week or so from now, that parasite is gone. I'm working hard with you on the specifics of how to kill that parasite. And I could not do that alone, by the way.
Well, Dr. Harmon, how many people have parasites and how many people are dealing with toxins? Because this seems like there's some type of intersectional relationship with the Brown University study from what you're talking about.
Yeah, so there's in my world, we tell people if you have a pulse, you have parasites. But, and here's the but, there's a difference between a minimal amount of parasites, and nobody really wants to hear that, right? Nobody wanted to hear that. Oh my gosh. But then there's what we're going to call like an overgrowth or an overtaking of the GI with parasites, right? And so toxins disrupt the gut microbiome, and toxins and stress disrupt the gut microbiome. A disrupted microbiome can't take care of itself. So then things are going to overgrow, whether it's yeast or Clostridium or other bacteria, or it's parasites, or it's multiple of those things. And so we want our clients to eat well. We want them to exercise. Like those are foundational. But then in addition to that, we have to just, get clarity there. Like I always say, like, imagine trying to clean out a fairly dirty garage in pitch black. Like you can't do it. We need to illuminate the situation. The situation has to be illuminated. And then even on a stool test, there's some other markers that are really, really relevant for chronic pain and really relevant for cancer. I mean, really relevant, where we need to look at these things called short chain fatty acids. And then we need to look at elastase production as an example to really give people what they need to kick butt.
Is that the
Really?
pancreatic elastase that you
Yes,
mentioned?
ma'am.
I find
Yes,
that
ma'am.
fascinating too. I've never heard of this. Can you elaborate a little bit on what that
Oh,
means?
it's huge. We stand on the shoulders of giants, right? Doctors Beard, Kelly, and Gonzalez really attempted to bring something to the world, which is the understanding of pancreatic health, specifically enzymes made by the pancreas in preventing cancer and killing cancer. So for many people, they have low pancreatic enzyme production, and then they're missing out on something, again, that the body is intended to be making that actually kills cancer.